Hello gadget fans, I've reviewed like some other junky watch from Aliexpress, and this one is another one, but this one actually has a hidden video camera. I thought I'd try it out. A covert spy camera watch. A long time ago I bought like some spy camera glasses, but they looked miserable. They looked, you could easily tell that they had some sort of weird thickness to them, so they looked like they would, be you'd be called out on it, so... this is all in Chinese, the first part, but if you flip it over, we have here. Alright. So there are the instructions if you should lose this, which I probably will in the latter part, so pay attention to that. Okay, first operation procedures. You gotta charge it. And there's a sequence of events. Hold on, let me hit focus. Okay, so you can take pictures, just record sound. You can take photos, motion detector operated thing. Oh wait, I assume the first one means video recording, and maybe take photos means that, right? Anyways, there's 4 different ways to go about doing that. I'll have to figure that out later. Time marking and stuff. Okay, so then charging and linking to your PC. And then some problem solving stuff. So it can take different size cards. Saves as AVIs. Okay, waves, JPEGs. 30 frames per second, and it is 1080p. And it seems to have I think night vision, like infrared emitters or something. Okay, there we go. So it does come with a... Whoa, oh, this is a video out. This is not a Type-C. This is a video connection type. I don't know what that's called. It was probably in that manual, but I don't know for sure, so don't lose that. Got this little foam. This wasn't really expensive. You could just look up hidden camera watches on Aliexpress. I think this is like $50 in that ballpark. This face is around 45 millimeters, so it's kind of big on my wrist, I think. It's got this nice protective plastic here, but it definitely looks like a cheap watch. I guess that's a relative term if you think a $50 watch is expensive, but for me it seems cheap. So this one has a 32 gig memory built into it apparently, and I think you could have different memory options. There's some sort of plastic here, keeping that from being pushed in. I assume that has to come out. Setting the watch itself. Oh, yeah, so pushing it in, you'll see the second thing start, so I'll set that later. And then this thing, I don't know what that does. It doesn't move. Let's see how heavy this is. I think I'm going to have to read the instruction manual before I move on, but I can at least tell you how heavy it is. 137 grams. Let's turn that off. I guess I should probably set the time. I'm going to pull that thing out again if I get some fingernails. Yeah, so it's standard way to set a watch. Around 7:44 is what time it is here. 7:45, better be early than late. So it's easy to set the time. Alright, so I was fiddling around with it, and I ended up just holding this button in for a long time, and then you see that happened. And now I guess it went away, so I gotta hold that in again. Now we have the standby lights. So when only blue is showing, this is standby for video recording. And then you start video, the light's gonna flash 3 times. Now I'm recording video, and it's stealth, there's no lights. So when I stop recording, I hit that again, and now it stopped recording. So if I hit the mode button again, now we have just a green only light, and that indicates, I believe, just audio recording. So again, record audio. Alright, so it's recording right now. Stop recording, it's in audio mode. If I hit this again, both lights coming on. So both of these lights just mean it's the photo camera. So photo, right? The lights stay on because you're not trying to be in stealth mode, because you're going to be sitting here pressing take photo, right? You're looking at the diagram. This is the infrared night vision lamp. Yeah, those little lights. These are also infrared night vision. So that probably means this blue thing. Yes. So this is the camera, according to the diagram. So 3 night visions in a triangle, and then the 6 o'clock position is the camera itself. Alright, so now another concern is fitting the wrist. I have a pretty small wrist, and maybe you do, or maybe yours is even bigger. So let's just measure this thing here. So if I lay this out and get my ruler on the inside surface, it's about 11 centimeters, right? That inside, this edge. Sorry, I don't have 3 hands, so I can't do this all the way I wish I could. Yeah, but if you see here, there's 11 centimeters there. So this steel thing here, clasp open, and then these 2 tabs unlock this, and it's grabbing onto that post. But yeah, if you see here, my wrist isn't the largest, and it's way too big. Right, so that's way too big. Now, what's not explained is how to make this smaller, and so this might take some experimentation, but I'm looking at these 3 links. It's really hard to do because I can't move the thing out of the way. And now focus on black. See? It's got arrows. These 3 links have these black arrows. 4 links. So I'm assuming you can push out those rods in that direction to remove them. What I don't see them on this side though. There's no arrows there. And then on this side. Oh no, they're there as well. Okay. If you look here, I mean that looks round, right? Looking in here, I don't think there's any adjustability. This is just a hinge point for this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to remove these links. Let's see if I can push one out in any sort of way. Hold on, I got a small screwdriver. So the arrow is pointing to push this downwards. Let's see if... Oh look, it did move. Yeah. Alright. And I'm not even using a small hammer. You can see it coming out. So let me just continue doing this and see how easy it is. So I ended up taking out 2 links of each side, and this brings up a point. I would really recommend you buy this shiny version because you're clearly going to mark off, you're going to scrape off this black anodizing or whatever they're using to make this look black. It's no longer the case. So I wasn't anticipating that, adjusting this thing. I also noticed there's nowhere in this manual telling it to turn off, but this is it's got a LiPo battery, I assume, in it. So one thing I figured out is if you plug the power cord in, the lights will come on and charge it, but once you remove that power cord, all the LEDs turn off. So you won't have LEDs just trying to drain the battery out, right? And then I guess as long as that clock is moving, it should have charge to it. Maybe not enough to take video, so you probably want to charge it before you take some video and stuff like that. And the coincidence that you have a wrist my size, you now know you need to take out 2 links per side, and my wrist is apparently around 17 centimeters long in circumference. Okay. Also, being such a cheap watch, these pins are not straight anymore. Look at the S bend on that one. This one's got a slight U bend to it. The other ones were totally messed up. So, yeah, it's not a good design. I think there might be versions with like a leather strap. You might want to look into one of those as well. Okay, well, let me take some photos and take some video, and we'll see how it ends up looking. But yeah, just to show that I did get it to be my size, and just to show you what it looks like on my wrist. It feels like a metal watch. I usually don't wear a watch, it's just really hot in the tropics, but it definitely looks big on my wrist, but it doesn't look out of style because huge obnoxious watches seem to be pretty popular with people. So out of curiosity, it is quite thick. It's around 15 millimeters thick, and actually now that I think about it, I think I saw a tab on the bottom. The instruction said something about a memory card. So let me see if we can pop the back of this thing open. I'm wondering also if if that battery was to die totally. I think there's a tab right here. Maybe not. I'm scratching that up. Yeah, but there's definitely something sticking out right there. But this little pry tool doesn't seem to want to open it up. Not without damaging it. So I don't know if this is meant to be opened or not. I think it would have opened if it was supposed to be easily. So I don't know what to say about that there. Yeah, you'd think they would have like something more obvious, because I think at some point in time you might want to replace the LiPo battery in this thing, assuming it is some sort of LiPo battery. I have to assume it is, because if it's a video camera, a watch battery isn't going to keep that running. No. So, sorry I can't help you there. I'm already destroying this thing and I haven't even used it. I figured I'd actually try to do it on camera. Alright, so I unplugged it from the computer and you can see the LEDs aren't on. So you have to hold this top button down. That's pretty much, well, now it's in video mode, blue. And jeez. I'm gonna wipe this down. Right, that is a perfectly clean watch face. I was holding it right side up like this, but apparently you want to hold it upside down like that, like facing away from you. I think that's the intention if it's on your wrist. So that's how you want to hold it. So let me close this out and put this rotating thing back, put this model back, and turn this thing on. So we have to hold this, I guess. There, the green and blue is on, so that should be photo mode, I believe. Let me hold it upside down and take a photo. Closer. Granted, it's moving, so I wouldn't be surprised if these things are blurry. Alright, but now this is a still object. So, pretty close. I'm going to pull it back up maybe 25 centimeters, a foot away or something. Let's get really close there. Okay, so those are some photos. Oh, but see, it's weird. Now it's in video mode. So theoretically, I should be taking video now. So let me see here. Yeah, that flashed 3 times blue. I'm going to hold it upside down. I'm going to continue talking. So that's a still object. But really, you're taking video of things moving, right? People, vehicles, that kind of stuff. We move that in, move that out. Alright. I'm going to stop it. So now we're back here. Just green mode is, I believe, the audio recording, so we're not going to bother with that. Green and blue should mean photo. Yeah, I think that worked. Alright, still green and blue. I don't know. Maybe I messed up the first time. So let me plug this into the computer again. And let's give it a second chance. Okay. Photo. Look at that. That looks horrible. That looks horrible, but it was a moving object. Horrible, 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 horrible. Okay. Let's go to the video. 5 videos apparently. That still looks absolutely miserable.
Alright. So, you know, I'm talking now because I'm recording the audio with the video. I might as well do that.
I don't know if that was from before. Let's try this one.
It is moving, so I wouldn't be surprised if these things...
Alright, that's when I was holding it upside down. So that seemed the correct way to hold it.
Alright, but now this is a still object. So...
Wow, that looked horrible.
5 centimeters, a foot away or something. Let's get really close there.
Alright, so clearly this can't be used for anything close by. Oh, see,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
3 times blue. I'm going to hold it upside down. I'm going to continue talking. So that's a still object. So really, you're taking a video of things moving, right?
Okay. So I think I was unfair. This is not designed for anything close to the actual camera. So I'm going to actually go and outside this room and I'm going to video just my room. So let me come back. So I went out to my living room and I turned the lights off and those IR emitters didn't work at all. But here, I'll show you.
Alright, here's my toolboxes. This is a dim room. There's only this one LED light on. So let's just pan into the darkness and maybe these IR emitters will work. I'm going to actually turn off the IR emitter. I mean the whole light. Hold on. So we're in a completely dark room. Looking at those toolboxes. Looking at here. Okay, I'm going to turn on another light. Maybe turn on this light here. Okay, there's a bicycle. Alright, some kitty stuff. Hey, there's a cat. What's going on? That's a watch you're looking at. Okay, some airplanes, some toys, big cat tree, whatever. Okay, you get an idea here in an averagely lit living room.
Okay, you saw the video yourself. It's actually not bad. That room it wasn't bright. It's not as bright as any sort of commercial office building or anything like that. It's just my living room. The audio seems fine. Unfortunately, the infrared emitters, I saw a glimpse of it towards, you know, when it was close to those USB chargers. But it seems as though it's not going to work really for anything of a reasonable human distance away, because I mean, look how small they are. There's only 3 of these tiny things. So a real night vision camera, like surveillance wise, has much bigger LEDs that are going to distribute more IR light or whatever. Okay, so for doing close-ups, not the greatest as you saw in the earlier videos, but the cat was pretty close and it wasn't so bad. It's 1080p. It didn't look very good. It looked very grainy, and this is pretty clean in front of that camera, so I can't say much about the actual crispness of the video in a positive way. It doesn't seem that great. So that's what's going on here, everyone. It's like a $50 thing that looks like a watch, but it can take some moderately decent video. I guess it's not the greatest, but it was only $50. I mean, a lot of my other videos are using a DJI thing, which costs $500, so of course that thing does well, but it's a dedicated video camera, you know, with a pan tilt zoom kind of head. So you'll have to make what you think of it there. I suppose it's you'll have to make a judgment call. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it some more just to figure out the angle. As I was going through the room, I thought I was pointing it higher up than I was, but I clearly wasn't. I haven't even worn this on my wrist and tried to take video. That's a whole different story in itself, so we'll have to see what happens there. Hopefully that's enough for you to decide if you want to spend the money on this or not. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next Random Gadget review.